For this assignment, we are talking about the information literacy pillar present, and that's the last pillar in our series. And it also is going to go along with the last assignment for this unit where you have to do a presentation about the topic you've been researching for your annotated bibliography, either a group of students in college success or something related to a career you're interested in. And so you'll have to record a PowerPoint, yourself giving a PowerPoint presentation, much in the way that I'm kind of doing right now. And I'm recording this using Screencast-O-Matic, which was the video you probably just watched. So for those of you less familiar with doing a PowerPoint presentation or a Google Slides presentation, hopefully this presentation will help you. So right now I have open a PowerPoint presentation. For those of you who have the Microsoft Suite and want to use PowerPoint, you can simply open up PowerPoint and it comes with a blank presentation just like this. Generally, the first thing I like to do is pick a design for my presentation, and that will apply to all the slides. And then I can just put my title of my presentation. Put my name down here. And then the next thing I'm going to do is get ready and open a new slide. So to do that, I can go back to the home menu here. I can just click on new slide. You see it also says you can do Control M. Usually I just do a Control M because that's easier than faster for me. But I can click on new slide here. If I click at the bottom, you'll see there are different types and arrangements of slides I can do. But generally I do the title and content, sometimes a to content, every once in a while a comparison. All right, so then I'll click on that. Then the first thing I want to write about is kind of proving that whatever I'm talking about is really a problem, that, PTSD is a problem for nurses, or that Black male students, or in this case, students with ADHD, really do struggle more in college. And so I might then put some statistics or a quote here that talks about my issue. So that's how you do PowerPoint. I think it's pretty user-friendly in that it just gives you these text boxes and all you have to do is fill them in. For many of you, though, you probably, you may not have access to PowerPoint, although I do think it might be available for free now, but you might be just more familiar with using the Google Suites. And so you can use Google Slides. So to get there, I just click on Google Slides. Go to Google Slides. I'm already logged into my Google account for the day, so it might ask you to do some logging in. But then you'll just pick a blank presentation. In Google Slides, it has here for you, the themes are right here on the right, so I can pick one to add. And then I can go ahead with my presentation. Again, you can do the same thing that you do on Microsoft and hit Control M to get a new slide, or you can click Slide here and New Slide. To change the slide layout here, then you click on Apply Layout, and it'll give you different kinds of layouts in the same way that there were for PowerPoint. Now, magically, I've created a kind of outline presentation here. So I already had created this in advance with my college students in ADHD, and I looked at the details for this presentation assignment, the things that we had to do, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. And so that's what I used to create my presentation. So you might use this as an outline to think about how to use your sources, right? So the first thing you want to do is define the problem, show that really is a problem with statistics or a quote from a source. The next thing you want to do is talk about causes. So if you have an issue like nurses getting PTSD, you might talk about what causes them to get PTSD, or what causes ADHD students to struggle in school. You might also have an issue with the effects. With ADHD students, we know the effect. The effect is that they don't do well in school. So I might not need a slide that talks about that. Maybe I would spend more time talking about different reasons they struggle in school, like, they have trouble paying attention, or sitting through a longer class period. I'm not sure what they all are, but you might do different slides that talk about those different causes. For an issue like nurses with PTSD, you might talk briefly about, why did they get PTSD, and then talk about how this affects their job. Things like maybe time off or reacting, inappropriately to different issues or things like that. Then the last part is to talk about any solutions you may find to this problem. What can students with ADHD do to be better students? A nurse with PTSD, what could she do? Or maybe what could the hospital that she works for do to support her better? It also talks about in the assignment, do you have any other conclusions, kind of any other final words you want to say, anything else that you learned that you think is kind of cool that you want to share? And then the last slide will be a works cited where you cite the sources that you use. Remember, you have to have just 3 out of your 5 sources you need to use in this presentation and actually quote from. So that's just to show you an outline of how to do this assignment. Hopefully that helps you navigate PowerPoint and or Google Slides better, and also gives you an idea about how to format your presentation. Thanks. Bye-bye.